What's up, everybody? Just wanted to do a quick market update. Um, so, kind of a quiet week this week. However, if we look at next week, we are going to be seeing, we got a doozy for next week. So, we have durable goods orders, housing starts, all that kind of stuff. And most importantly, the FOMC interest rate decision. It's going to be interesting to see how they interpret the current events, what with Iran and oil prices and whatnot, that the markets seem to be shrugging off. Then we're going to get into GDP, PCE. It's a good inflation gauge. And like I said, this is next week, so that's going to be a doozy. If we shift gears and actually take a look at the markets, bonds, good indicator for risk sentiment. So typically, bonds will rally as inflows come in for safety. However, with yields being the way they are, that dynamic is shifted a little bit. Moving on to gold, good support at 46.71 for those of you who read my reports. Um, we expect that to hold. We should have a good little range here as you see that it's establishing between 48.48 and 46.71. Again, dedicated readers will have known these levels very well. Just watch that vacuum zone over here to 44.93. The S&P, it's actually chugging here along quite nicely at all-time highs. Using Fibonacci extensions, I've been able to identify a target here at 7204. But as you see here, these red triangles on the KRI, the Kovacs reversals indicator, suggest that we have some headwinds here, right? So we have some resistance building. I thought that this was going to retrace a nice, healthy retracement. If you look at how much we rallied from, say, 65.79 thereabouts, 65.01, even if you want to be generous, all the way up here to break the 7K handle and hold it. I figured a retracement would be, in order. Even if it's just a technical one, typically you do see some kind of relief or a corrective phase. But and in fairness, we kind of are. It's just a sideways corrective phase here. That's a technical term for it. As the markets kind of like regroup and decide where the economy is going before the next move. So it is perfectly conceivable that we could see a breakout. I would personally feel a little bit more comfortable if we did have a little bit of a retracement and then a bounce, nice pivot, say off the bottom of the 7,000 handle, 69.76 and 69.08 looked good as well. Moving on to oil, if we take a look, in the beginning of the week, we've basically just seen a slow and steady rally. I just don't think that the markets are buying the Trump shtick anymore. And, blockade, whatever. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is with Iran and if there actually even is one. They've been pretty steadfast in their position. And so I just don't think that that's going to change. Again, I still think we're at bargain prices here. If the situation in Hormuz doesn't change with Iran in general, I don't see how it will be. We will certainly be going back to the 100s. We're just kind of in this honeymoon state as the markets kind of digest what's going on. If you're into crypto, Bitcoin has been chugging along nicely. We have, we made a run for the 80,000 handle. Okay, just shy of that over here at our level at 79.7. As you see, there's this nice, kind of, bull rally here. Again, would be comfortable if we did see a retracement, a corrective phase, perhaps down to 72.9. That'd be a good place to, consider a long position or 70.6 thousand. But yeah, I think that there's not a lot of momentum in crypto right now. So if you are looking to get in, do not get in at these prices. We should see a nice retracement soon. Moving on to some of my favorites, CTRA had a nice little dip here at support, pivoted really hard I think that this was, again, a nice, healthy technical corrective phase. Certainly nothing to be worried about. Um, Qubits, this is another one of my picks. I got this around $6. And as you see here, it made it up to, 30. I do believe that this is a long-term play. Um, but we obviously have seen this little retracement, which was bugging me, but nice little pop here. Exxon is still bugging me. I would like to see this a little higher. The issue is we are facing, some headwinds from just the oil situation in general. I know a lot of their infrastructure was hit over with the skirmishes on in the Middle East. So, if you are looking to get in, this might be a good price. But again, just exercise caution because we're not entirely sure how long this Middle East nonsense is going to last and how the effect it's going to have. Intel, this was another one of my all-time favorite picks. I got into this one at 20, I want to say $22. I believe it was a EPS reading that didn't go their way, and yeah, so I figured I have a rule, basically anything for which I can look around me and see that product. Like I see three computers right now that have Intel chips in them. It's a good bet. So Intel certainly isn't going away. I know that there is, there's some speculation what with the chip shortage and whatnot, but as you see, it looks like they're doing just fine here. So might consider taking profits on this one. But just a quick follow up on that. Another one that you've heard bounced around here is Oxy. Let's take a look at that. Again, we're seeing that retracement in some of our energy picks. Good time to potentially add to a position, in my opinion. So again, if you're being even more careful, look at these Fibonacci's. So we have 5211 and 4897. So yeah, we did see a strong rebound here. So again, I think that this is still a strong pick. So that's about all for today. Um, Thank you and good night.